And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Josh Giddey. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Kobe White. And it's Ball in at the one. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Curry on the wing. Into the lane. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
And here is Ball. Here's Vucevic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Butler, no good. And here are the Bulls now. From the baseline. White. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Butler. And he banks in the layup.
It doesn't matter what angle you give him. When Butler gets inside, you know he's going to convert.
Outside, Ball. It's White on the wing. Shakes him. And it goes down 2 points. White's got his second bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Down low. Here's Ball. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Curry on the wing. Butler passes to Curry. The kick outside to Butler. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Offensive rebound. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And if he sniffs the rim, he's attacking. Giddey not messing around when he gets in close like that.
That one drops for him. 6 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. Dave, what do you have to say?
Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Let's take a look at the numbers for Kobe White.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Curry can't get it to go. Bulls leading by 3. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I could, so, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And that one's good by Butler.
Well, the defense was all over him, but Butler is not someone who gets rattled.
Giddey kicks the ball. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Boy, the regular season is coming to a close very quickly here, Stan. It's been a great year, hasn't it?
It's been incredible. Look, the talent level, the skill level in this league, night in and night out, just continues to get better. We see guys making great leaps. I just don't know where the end of this is, Kevin. It just is incredible.
And how lucky are we to get this front row seat? Oh, my goodness.
Every night, we are lucky.
Giddey, no one around him. And another miss by Chicago.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Now, Buzelis. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Fires for 3. Giddey, no good.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Ball from long range. They get it back. White, wide open. He fires. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got 7.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Moody's shot is off.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And White slams it in.
Explosive move by White. Going right up to the rim.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
The Bulls leading by 4. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs.
And for the Warriors, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort today. And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
A three-point specialist can't let Curry get any space to fire from the corner. That's a recipe for disaster.
Pass to Buzelis. Nice move. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
White with it. Now Green defending. Here's Giddey. And it's off from three-point range.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
A nice shot by Moody.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Buzelis. Outside White for the three. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. White's got 12.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Curry finds Butler. 3T that time from Vucevic. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. 4-point game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Moses Moody.
And he just kept working. Giddey felt the whistle coming and able to finish the play.
Fields checked in for the Warriors. And Chicago also making a switch. Jones is checked in. Here's Butler. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Ball's checked in for Josh Giddey.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
There's the three. Moody's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Vucevic setting the pick for White. Kicks it out to Jones. The offensive rebound. Vucevic, a well-timed shot fake, got the defender off the ground right there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Butler passes to Green. Now, here's Moody. Not a lot of room. Ball with the rebound.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Pass to Jones. Shoots. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Butler. Got a hand on it. And even 3-on-3 break. Ball with it. Outguarded by Hield. Here's Buzelis. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now, here's Moody. Defended by Jones. Here's Podziemski. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Ball, no good.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, easy call.
And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And, guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second-chance opportunities just with effort.
Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Payton comes in for Moody. And it's White missing.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Jones with it. Outguarded by Hield. Warriors trail by 8. Here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, the defense is really struggling to contain Butler. He keeps finding ways to beat them.
Outside, Jones. Dosunu, the pass to Smith. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And then Smith with the dunk.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And the Warriors with some changes. Kuminga's come in for Butler. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Jones against Curry. Giddey with the screen on Curry. Shoots from the line and off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Bulls lead by 9.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Pass to Jackson Davis. A shot off that time. Smith with some nice D. Payton against Jones. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Jackson Davis can't get it to go. To the inside. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan. Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Here's Giddey. Lays it up off the glass. Giddey's got 10 points.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it. Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Takes a three. Drains the three-pointer. Giddey's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls. Kobe White, he's been feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Chicago Bulls. He totaled 14. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Peyton. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Jones against Curry. Screen by Smith. Here's Jones. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. On its way from Curry for 2, and another basket for Golden State.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Here's Jones, and he converts the layup. Jones has got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Curry gets inside and lays it in.
And the driving force behind multiple chips. Curry knows when and how to take over at the offensive end.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Here's Giddey. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 15 points here for Josh Giddey.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Here's Jones, shoots over Curry, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, defensively, you have to be careful about fouling Jones. He's a high percentage free throw shooter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Curry. It's tipped. On the wing, Dosunmu. Back to Jones. Pass to Giddey. Scores after the quick crossover. Giddey's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Bullseye! Curry with a deep three.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
Smith sets the pick for Jones. Can't get it to fall. Warriors trail by 14. Jackson Davis finds Curry. Curry crashes inside.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And it's Jones with the ball for the Bulls. 17 points was their biggest margin. Smith with a screen on Curry. Jones. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
It's Curry outside. Chicago grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. And it seems like your opponent does it better.
Yeah, it wasn't a close one. And sometimes that's the kind of loss you'd rather have because it really gets the attention of your players.
Just 3 to shoot. Jones from outside. Again, the miss by Jones. Kuminga against Williams. Here's Curry with the 3. Another miss by Curry. The Bulls leading by 14. Jones looking for an opening. Williams has a screen for Jones. Shoots over Curry. Again, the miss by Jones. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson Davis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney comes in for Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Gary Payton. Vucevic checked in for the Bulls. Ball comes in for Dosunmu. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Kuminga. Williams kicks to Giddey. Jones sets the pick for Giddey. Off target from outside.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Curry with the 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Vucevic a screen on heel. Jones drives in. Fires the 3. And it's Vucevic missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Outside, Jones. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on heel.
Well, you like the passion Jones steps on the floor with, especially for being so undersized.
So for the Bulls, Buzelis comes in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Ball. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Heel. And the Bulls making a change also. Ball's checked in for Jones. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Here's Giddey. The second chance effort. The Warriors pull it in. Now, here's Looney. Still scoreless. From the arc. Back to Curry. Tough finish by Stephen Curry.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Pass to Vucevic. With the fadeaway. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Warriors trail by 10. Outside Curry. Here's Butler. Oh, Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Ball with the bucket.
And I love how Ball accepts the contact on his way up, not allowing it to alter his shot.
Here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 32 points in the game.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Ball sets a screen for White. And he uses the glass on the layup. White's got 16 points.
Well, we've really seen White raise his game as a scorer. He can be relentless at times, like right now.
Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
Butler getting something right at the rim, and he says, thank you very much.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Stan, it is great to see Kobe White put it all together.
It sure is, Kevin. This guy hung in there with a great attitude, even when he wasn't playing as much as he wanted to. He's still growing as a player, knocking down shots. His confidence is sky high. His approach will take him a long way.
I got to believe, as a coach, that is incredibly satisfying to have that kind of play.
Yeah, it really is when you have a guy like that and he just keeps getting better.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Looney. And it's Moses Moody in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Chicago also making a switch. Smith checked in for Dosunmu. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Some celebrity faces in the crowd. Famous Los watching the action.
And Famous Los, known for commentary over basketball videos, but make no mistake, young fella can hoop as well.
White. Podziemski grabs the board. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 6, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Curry kicks to Butler. Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Chicago leading by 5. Ball with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. A 3. White with another miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Green, the pass to Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Curry's got 39.
An amazing performance he's putting on from three-point range here in the second quarter.
The drive by Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Butler finishing at the other end.
And Curry making his presence felt on D with the steal leading to the break. He finds ways to impact games with far more than just his shooting.
Here's Ball. The Warriors pull it in. Podziemski's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's is the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Jalen Smith. Chicago's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Bruzelis, and the Bulls with another miss. Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Butler. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
White dishes the ball. White looking around. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Dosunmu's shot is off. Golden State's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. And that one's good by Butler.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Fires at the elbow. They get it again. And there it is for them. Bulls got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance moves.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And now as the regular season. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Vucevic. Kobe White is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Bruzelis, and it's Giddey in at the 3-spot. Moody finds Green, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Brandon Krajewski gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
To the right side. Here's Bruzelis, defended by Butler. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. The shot is good off the backboard. White's got 23 points.
And White has more of a feel now for when he should look to score. Nice bucket there.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Good work there as it goes. Ball's got 9.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
Green passes to Butler. Here's Curry. And Ball with the block.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Giddey, the open look. Again, Chicago.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Oh, that's blocked. It's White on the wing. Defended by Moody. And it's White missing. The Warriors trail. Here's Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
And continuing to add to his offense over time, Butler excels at breaking down the defense.
Here's Giddey. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Here's Curry. And Ball with the block.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Podziemski with it. White on him. A shot by Podziemski, no good. And it's Giddey in the corner. Ball with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 43 points.
He is just self-willing, this team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Pass to Vucevic. And the shot is good. And it's 6 points for Vucevic.
Well, I think Vucevic surprised even himself there. But hey, it paid off.
He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Right the pass to Ball. Shoots from the elbow. Doesn't go for him. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Curry. And the layup is good. 45 points for Stephen Curry.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And he dunks it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Ball against Curry. Pass to Podziemski. And it's in there. Podziemski's got 5 now.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside, White. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dan, you know, you think about Jimmy Butler, and you and I are fans of his game. Talk about a guy who calls it like he sees it, though. My goodness.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Look, Jimmy's never going to hold back. He'll call out his teammates. He'll call out opponents. He'll call out the referees. This guy acts with no fear.
Just don't call out the broadcasters, right? You want to stay out of his range.
And he would have no reason to.
Exactly. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
Warriors trail by 3. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And that's what they want to see from Butler, a take-charge mindset, that desire to attack the rim.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. We should take this chance now to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and run down the top free throw shooters. Number 1, Stephen Curry. 4th, Kobe White.
Neither one of these guys is going to waste an opportunity from the foul line. They just don't give away points.
Goes up off the inbound. Oh, he jams it right over Draymond Green. Wow.
And that is how you finish a drive. Kobe White.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Curry kicks to Buck. That shot missing. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Bulls leading by 3. Giddey the pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Giddey, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Giddey making the defenders look like they're on ice.
Payton against Ball. Curry outside. And it's White with the rebound. White's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Warriors trail by 7. Here's Butler. Aggressive play by Butler against the defense.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight cover.
Giddey, no good. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Podziemski's shot is good.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Connects from three-point range. Ball's got 15.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
That one good for 2.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Giddey. He gets it in there. Giddey's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And this is why many are excited about Giddey's future, showing how dangerous he can be on offense.
Here's Curry with the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Ball with the bucket.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
Outside, Payton. The 3.